Hello there, all of you who have a Buick Century or a Buick Regal. You will probably sooner or later run into an electrical problem that can show itself in many ways. It can be that the fan stops working, the climate control unit, like the AC, or the rear window, the fogger stops working, or the cruise control stops working, or the mirrors stop working, or you can't crank the engine. What happens is that when you turn the key to the crank position, the fan and radio and dashboard dies and there's just silence, and it's very frustrating. And the whole problem is this ignition harness here. You don't need to buy a new one. I bought a new one a couple of months ago because I thought it had somehow developed corrosion or so, but the problem is that this harness, it's kind of heavy. It's bundled up and it goes down in here to a connection point, and over time it slides down from gravity itself, and that starts to pull at the connection here where it connects to the ignition tumbler, and there are lots of cables here joining at this connection, and once that starts to pull, there's a glitch developing. It's gonna be random where the glitch appears with these cables, and that's where there are many different types of electrical errors that can occur. So that what you do is that you start to gently pull back up on this bundle of cords, slide it back up through the loops of the zip ties, and then when you have pulled it up a bit and pushed back in that direction, so there's good connection again, then you zip tie it in the new upper position hard several times down the path, so it can no longer slip back from gravity over time. And make sure you can start the engine first, and that the fan and mirrors all work before you zip it up hard. And once you do that, the car will start normally, and electrically everything will be solved. And I wish there was a YouTube video already of this problem, but there isn't, so I hope I can help many of you with this simple fix. And by the way, you need some star shaped what do you call that, lug removers. They're called E4, I believe, and E5, the ones that you need to use to unscrew the plastic cover that sits here. There are a couple of, at least one screw there up here somewhere that you need to unscrew. It's called E4. And then you can remove this whole thing. Yeah, you need to remove this whole section of all the covers. There's one inner metal cover that sits here. I'm going to put that back now. And then there's an outer plastic cover, and that one is, this metal one is removed with a 10mm socket. And yeah, this bundle here of cords, that's the whole problem. Slide it back up and zip tie it hard along the way down so it can't slide back down. Okay, bye.